Good morning, brothers and sisters. It is currently after 9 a.m. Central Standard Time on May 29th, June 29th, 2022. I don't know why I keep feeling like it's May. I don't. I apologize. Hope our crew is keeping you well and safe wherever you are in the world. Please make sure to hit that like button, share this across other platforms so that people can know what's going on out in space and on our planet. If you happen to be new to the channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell in case we have any critical future updates. I want to show you guys some Strangeties going on that I noticed this morning. One of which being our sunspots 3040 and 3042. If you look at our negative and our positive polarities, do you notice how they're at an angle here? They're like at a 45-degree angle. And this one here happens to almost, I mean, it's kind of at a 45-ish if the center of it would be over here, but it's above it. Do you see what I'm saying? It's above it instead of side. Look, if you look here, our sunspots usually go side to side from positive to negative. But this one's at a 45-degree angle. This one's got the angle thing going on. That's very peculiar. Look at 3044. You got your positive and negative side by side like this, but these two here are at an angle. That's very odd, and that's something we should be keeping our eyes on. I have a feeling 3042 is not done growing, and 3040 is not done growing. I have a feeling they're going to get larger as they're getting closer to the western limb. I find this to be very, very odd. And if you look at this one here, check this out. This one's at a 45 over here, but the negative is in the upper right portion here, and the positive is down here on this end. Do you see the 45 angle here? And then here you've got the 45 angle going this way from negative to positive. What in the heck is that? That's some Strangeties right there, folks. I'll be honest, that's not normal. Now we're going to take a quick look at our Russian Schumann resonance here in Tomsk, Russia, and everything seems to be looking pretty good. We've got a little bit of, and I mean just a very smidgen amount of noise going on in the Tomsk, Russia model, but it's also daylight over there, so you're going to have a little bit of reverberation from the sun as far as like frequencies. And we come over to Italian model. Our electromagnetic field looks to be in the normal range. Our Schumann resonance also looks to be on this. It looks to be in the normal range. You see a couple little spikes here, but our geophone's got some spikes too, and it's kind of sounding off. So there's something going on, but it's just not loud enough to register on this here. And this of course is the day-to-day. This was yesterday, as we can see the brick wall and then another brick wall. So this right here is our indicative of CERN. When they turn CERN on, you see that solid brick wall, and then you see it kind of slowly petering down or winding down, and then just boom, it just drops. So this is today. Looks like overnight or early in the morning UTC time, there was a couple of decent spikes over there, and we've got a couple little pegs here, but nothing too major to worry about. As we come down here and we start looking at this scale over the last few hours, you see a lot of purple. Some people have questions on the purple, but the purple is actually normal. That's just the background noise. Complete pitch blackness would mean the planet's dead. Okay, so you want to have some kind of color there. We want to be able to make sure that we're seeing some kind of purple, at least, because then there's at least some kind of frequency, magnetic frequency going on. We don't want it to be all black. Gold means that there was something going on. So you see these two spikes here where it's gold like this. That's actually from these two events right here, these two little spikes. So that's what we're looking at there. As far as our color charts go, everything's looking pretty normal. I'm not seeing any major ordeal. Well, of course, this was the exception from yesterday. Yesterday was just blasting right off. But once again, that was from CERN. Now that we got those out of the way, let's go ahead and check this out. We're going to come over here to LASCO, C2 and C3 over on Space Weather Prediction Center. And I want you guys to check something out. I'm actually going to back this thing up, and we're going to kind of roll on forward, and we can see our little eruptions that we have coming off of this side of the sun. But as we move forward, oh, you see the little color difference there. How this changes and this does not. You guys notice that? Yep, so we had some form of a Borg cube there slowing the data down, but it's actually right here towards the end I wanted to show you guys. Right there, look at that. We're missing some data from 9:24 to 12:48. We're missing 3 hours and 24 minutes of an eruption here. Why did that need to be, I mean, this isn't coming straight at Earth, so why did that have to be blotted out? I don't understand that. So we'll come on over here to, oh, what's that? How you doing, friend? It looks like we got a Borg cube right here. See if there's anything before that. Oh, yeah, there was. We had a nice little, oh, there's a little UFO there with his little trail behind him. And we've got something going on right here. There was something hitting either it was a big old Borg cube or some kind of energy that hit the sun or hit the Soho satellite, which is very interesting. Now let's see if we can. Now see, this does the same thing from 9:30 to 12:54. There's 3 hours and 24 minutes missing. So why are they doing that? I don't understand that. There's no reason for it. So let's see if we can find it over on ISWA. So we're going to come on over here to ISWA. And we're going to look down here at this guy. This is what we want to see right here. We want to see what's going on here. And actually, this right here is the 171 angstroms of light on SDO. And we're actually going to be able to see the eruption from last night. And you can see that rip right there. You guys see it? There's the rip and the release. Now, the reason I'm using the 171 is because, see all these little strings right here? You can really see, or I call it like a string web. You can really see the rays come off. So whenever this explosion happens over here, we're actually going to see where it came off at. So, whoa, what? What is that? Hello, Strangeties. Look at that. Could that be the moon? But I thought that the SDO satellite was a million miles closer to the sun. Wait a minute here. What is what's going on here, folks? We almost had an eclipse of the SDO. And I'm going to stop it here just to kind of look at this. Does this look familiar to anybody? Is there any kind of a national flag or a religious or theological belief system that actually has like a crescent moon or a crescent sun? This is literally a perfect crescent sun with the moon eclipsing it. So that would mean that the SDO satellite is between the Earth and the moon, not like NASA has actually stated. Way to go, NASA. Thanks for that. Appreciate the solid confirmation on that. And that's definitely not a planet whatsoever, because Venus, I mean, all of our planets right now are not even close. As a matter of fact, let me show y'all something. Here we are at theplanetstoday.com, and as you can clearly see, the moon is between us and the sun. This is our alignment. It was actually the moon, which means that SDO satellite is between Earth and Luna, our moon. So that's why we saw the moon almost eclipse the sun through the SDO satellite. How are you doing? Now, one of the other things I want you guys to pay attention to and notice is, do you notice how all of the major planets are on this side of the sun? Look at it. They're all over here. All of them. You got Earth, Saturn, Mars, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Neptune, and Pluto. They're all, if you were to cut the sun directly in half, they're all on this side. Now you got Hemia, Make, and Ceres, which are on this side, but all the major hitters are all over here. This is some strange energies, folks. There is some really strange energies. Right now we got Saturn is in retrograde. And if we move forward a couple of days, Neptune, look at that, Neptune lights up and goes into retrograde. So, yeah, there's a lot of interesting energies going on right now, folks. That's for sure. But let's get back to ISWA. And as we're back over here at ISWA, 171 angstroms of light. Well, let me come down here and click on this bad boy. There we go. All right. Now, let's see that eruption there. On the western limb, it's going to be coming off of this area right here. And boom, there it goes. See that? That's a nice little eruption. But it's on the backside, so why did they have to block that on Soho? I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. But why don't we come on over here and let's start checking those out on the. Let's check that out here on the 304. In fact, we can see our eruption from last night. Whoosh! See that nice little plasma inbound. Looking for any other, and of course there goes the moon. Look at that. Look, it's literally lined up perfectly in the center like a crescent. And that's pretty amazing. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Look at how the sun moves. You see how it kind of like it's adjusting, and then it jumps back down. Oh look, we actually got a little friend right here. See him? And then it jumps back down. That's really interesting. Now I don't know if we're going to see the eruption on this. No, we're not going to see it on this one. I don't think we're going to see much of the eruption on these guys. Oh, that's from the 21st. Let's move this guy forward. See the eruption. That's a nice eruption there. Then this one was the first one down here on the bottom. Right there. Boop, got an eruption there, and that's what caused this filament to release. See if we see anything. Yeah, we did see a little bit of movement over here. Not a whole lot. This isn't going to show us a lot, but there was some movement. So let's see if we can find it over on seeds. We might be able to actually see it over on seeds. Let's watch our moon once again pass in front. Does it line up perfect? Oh yeah, well, pretty close. They don't all get perfect on there, but yeah. See if we can find it. Yeah, there's no solar tsunami, so we don't see anything coming over here and affecting the surface of the sun here. Yeah, that was on the backside. So let's go check that out. On seeds, it's not giving it to us. It's the last time that it stops is at 9:12. So they're not gonna give it to us either. Little turds. That's not very fun. But if you look over here, it looks like something's flying into the sun again. Look at that. That's going out, that's going forward. So something's going. Let's go see if we can check it out. Down here on the Sechi beacon for the 29th. It looks like they're actually starting to show it. They actually show it over here. Good. It looks like there might be something in the middle of that, folks. That's the last one, so we're gonna have to wait for a little bit more data. Maybe we should check this out over on ISWA. Let's go check it out. This is much better. Come over here onto ISWA. We put in LASCO C2, and let's see that eruption, and we can actually see the whole thing. No time's missing. Look at this. The times actually continue on. Why do they do that on Space Weather Prediction Center and all them? Like that's ridiculous for them to cut this data. But here we go, and look at this. We can clearly see that there is something, maybe even two things, but there's definitely one thing. Come here, you, right there. Oh, dang it. Of course, I have to touch the daggum thing. Just a second here. There we go. Looks like there's something there. Yeah, let's check it out over here. We're going to look at stereo ahead. This is regular stereo ahead, corner graph 2. And let's get ourselves up there. And that was our eruption, actually. Right here, the one that's coming towards us that we're going to get, that we saw come out. That's that one there. Ooh. And there's something else that happened there. Now let's check that eruption out. Yeah, this is much nicer. I'm so glad that ISWA is here and available as a tool for us. So that's a decent eruption going off, again, south side. It's not going to be affecting us. But let's check it out here with the difference. This right here is the running difference, space weather beacon. So we'll actually be able to see more as far as plasma goes, as far as density. Look at that. There we go. Now, why are they hiding some of that? I mean, that's not going to be affecting us. That's going away from us. It was on the other side of the sun. It's got to make you wonder, what's their agenda, folks? Does anybody know? These are some Strangeties, 100%. I can't answer those questions. And that's why I keep my eyes open. No fear. And remember that love is the only way forward. So the wolf out.